Hey everyone, meet Jack. He's a glaciologist. A glaciologist is a type of scientist that studies huge blocks of ice called glaciers. Glaciers can be all shapes and sizes. Some glaciers are as tall as 10 lions stacked on top of each other. As a glaciologist, Jack knows that water can be both a liquid or a solid. Jack knows that most of the water on Earth is a liquid. Liquid water can be found in oceans, lakes, and rivers. Jack also knows that water can be a solid. Solid water can be found in places where there is snow and ice. Right now, Jack is in Antarctica, learning about glaciers. Jack wants to know if there are any animals living on the glaciers. To figure out which animals live on the glaciers, Jack needs a few tools. First, he needs his iPad. He uses his iPad to write notes down about the animals that he sees. Second, Jack needs a magnifying glass. He can use a magnifying glass to see if there are any small creatures that live on the glaciers. Jack uses his tools to see if any animals live on the glacier. He learned that only a few animals can actually survive on them. For example, snow fleas and ice worms live on glaciers. These creatures are very small, so it is good that Jack had his magnifying glass. Jack also learned that other animals do not live on the glacier, but will visit it to get food or to play. Penguins and polar bears love to visit glaciers. Jack writes down these notes on his iPad. While observing the animals, he notices something that makes him worried. The glaciers look like they're melting. When glaciers melt, pieces of ice break off of them, and the snow fleas and ice worms can lose their homes. Penguins and polar bears also will not have a place to find food or play. As a glaciologist, Jack wants to investigate if the glaciers are melting. He decides he will use a drone to take pictures of the glaciers every day for a year. That way, he can see if the glaciers are getting smaller and melting or if they are staying the same size. If the glaciers start to melt, they will turn into liquid water. If they stay frozen, the glaciers will remain solid water. Jack is excited to start taking pictures of the glaciers with the drone. Now it's your turn to be a glaciologist and observe glaciers.